Hey everybody, Happy New Year! Welcome back to another CineFix Now Roundtable. We are very sorry that it took us so long to get back to you.
I'm not sorry.
Well, no, I did have some good time off though.
You're not sorry.
I'm not
I
sorry.
have no remorse.
Yeah.
There
I
was
probably shouldn't say that we're
Christmas or something.
sorry. Point is, I blame myself, but I'm okay with that.
The point is, are these apple slices for everybody? Truly?
No.
Did you get some apple slices for the table?
No, it's a very small
We're gonna
plate.
get
Okay.
so many comments like, never eat on camera again, I can hear you smacking.
No, it's just... all right, look, if we don't start talking about stuff now, we're going to be talking about apples for the next 40 minutes.
I think I'm okay with that.
That
Which
would
might be
maybe
all right.
be my most favorite round game.
There's Gala.
You got a nice honey crisp.
Fuji.
Grannies.
Fuji.
Hey, you guys remember that
Fuji.
time when Red
It's 'cause
Delicious
all I've got
was
is
no longer
happening.
delicious for like 2 years?
Okay.
It was
Yes.
2 years where they were not delicious.
Strawberry kill apples.
Did
Pink
they
lady.
become delicious again? I haven't
Yeah,
noticed
they got
it.
delicious.
Pink Lady's got the name.
Pink Lady's got the name.
that just
Granny
makes
Smith
sense.
apples, I'm going to have some issues with that.
Pippin.
Granny Smiths are my favorite.
We
Of
were
course,
joking
jazz
about talking about apples the whole time. But it looks
Granny
like
Smith apples are bred
Right.
solely for the flavor because they're pie apples.
They're pie apples.
Right? So they're bred solely for the flavors. They just keep getting better and
No,
better.
but
and better.
they're
Okay, that's enough.
Red
That's enough.
Deliciouses were bred to
All right.
be red, but then they got pithy. and
They're
they-
What did I just say about
they
that's
got
enough, Mark?
better.
Kill Red Delicious.
So anyway, we were gone for a couple weeks. We came back, we talked about apples for a little while, and then we decided that we might as well talk about some of the stuff that we missed while we were all out on vacation. Are you laughing at me trying really hard to get us back on track?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. That's all right. So the biggest thing, obviously, that happened over the holidays was the interview. And we had truly had a really great review of the film up that you can click on. Thank you, Christina.
Sorry, my chair is very creaky.
Now that we've got a couple weeks between us and the interview coming out, I mean, what do we all think about it?
What
at
is
this
the
point?
interview's legacy?
What is the? Let's go ahead and
Apparently.
talk about the legacy of the interview. Where is it going to land?
Look, it set butthole humor back at least 10 years.
But I mean,
And it comes so far.
the story since it got released for real is that it made money. It
Some.
made.
Wow.
No,
It
no, even.
it
hasn't even broken,
didn't-
not including
Oh no, it
P&A.
didn't profit or
It hasn't broken
anything.
even.
It hasn't broken even.
No, I'm not saying it made money in a profit sense. It brought in money.
But as of this week, the interview, according to most reports, is north of $30 million that it's brought in, which isn't,
Yeah, it made
which is not anything to sneeze at.
It
So
made
did make
$5
some
million
cash.
in the theatrical release.
Right.
It made $15 million online over the first 4 days, and then since then it's made another 16,
10, 15, something like that, yeah.
So it's at like 36. It costs 44. So yeah, I give it like in 2 months it'll probably break even.
Yeah,
it'll
after that.
never make up
The
marketing
P&A.
costs.
No,
Right.
I mean it's not going to sniff what 75 million. It's not even going to get that high.
Which is ironic
But-
because of all the free marketing it got.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Cruz
quote
and I were-
unquote free. I mean, like the amount of money they lost during that.
Right.
ad
Yeah,
is
no,
insane.
it was free / very expensive marketing.
Yeah.
Pricelessly expensive. But Cruz and I were talking about this a little bit this morning, and that like I was listening to the Script Notes podcast on the way in, and apparently a few people online are like, the interview made $15 million online in the first 2 days. That's crazy. This could be a whole new model for movies like this. And I think it was Craig Mazin who's like, make your New Year's resolution to stop being stupid. Because
Burn.
yes, it made quite a lot of money online in the first 2 days. That's kind of unprecedented, but it had millions of dollars of real advertising and hundreds of millions of dollars of free / very expensive advertising.
Yeah, and it was a freak of a perfect storm. Of
nothing
a thing.
is
Just-
ever
right.
going to hit that again.
Any regular movie being released like that will not have anywhere.
Well, okay, so however,
Is
this is what I would say, is that I think that hopefully, fingers crossed, probably won't, but in a dream world, it will motivate the reality that for that like missing gap of adult movies starring celebrities that studios used to make and no longer make because they're not
$12
profitable
million.
enough. So like a $2 to $10 million movie, it's actually a profitable model because even without all of the shit that went down with Sony, if you had a $2 to $10 million comedy starring everyone that's in The Interview, it would make $15 million online. Yeah. It would make $20 million
Not in 2
online.
days, but sure.
Not in 2 days, but over
would
time,
but
early,
would it be
I mean...
the new crowd, instead of celebrities crowdfunding?
Right.
Could Seth Rogen and James Franco and Seth Rogen's
Zach
buddies
Braff.
all have thrown?
Let's talk about what
Or could
I feel like
the
Seth-
crew of Veronica Mars say, we're personally going to spend $3 million on this because we really want to make it. We're not going to ask you for money up front, but we're going to sell it for $6. Buy it. Help us make our money back.
I don't think how it went down with The Interview is going to change anything.
Oh, that's not a good model for
nothing
anyone to
changes.
plant
It's
their
not
copy.
repeatable in any way whatsoever.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more interested to see what is it the David Cross film that's getting a BitTorrent
Oh yeah.
release? I'm a little bit
Was
more
it pay
interested.
what
Yeah,
you
that's
want
going to be interesting because
to
they've
see
been
what they
really
do.
BitTorrent's been really working hard on making an actual financial model. So it'll be interesting to see.
To answer your original question of like, how
I was
is
just going
the
to ask, what was my original question?
well, how is the
No, you
interview
can't pass
like
them on
going to sort of like be in the history of film?
10
Like,
years from now,
yeah, like-
are we going to think of The
And
Interview?
honestly,
year
I
from
think
now.
it's going to be utterly inconsequential. We'll be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, remember where was that whole thing where like they had to pull the release and then they put it out online and then everyone forgot about it? Like it's going to be one of those things where
Right.
Well,
'Cause
it's not a
completely
cinematic
inconsequential.
gem that's worth
Yeah,
talking
as
about
movies-
aside from Truly's
That's
5-minute
exactly
review.
the point.
You know?
Like
There was
ultimately,
that
the
sweet-
controversy is bigger than the movie itself.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
way,
then the controversy
way
ended
bigger.
up being kind of weird and stupid too.
Anyway, we're going to stop caring about The Interview? At
Yeah,
some
well,
point?
what,
I think we already have.
whatever its legacy
Next
is,
year,
it's
this
not
same time,
worth.
nobody will even remember it
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
nothing happened with North Korea. Sony's gonna just bury this hack because they don't want anybody to get any of the information. Right?
Do we think the movie is
And-
going to look better? Do you think we're going to think more highly of the movie down the road?
I don't think it's smart enough.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
and I
Will
think
we
that
think
was,
more or less of it then?
I think we'll think.
I think we
About
already
the same,
sort of
yeah.
thought less of it because
Rewatch
you go
it
in
and be
hoping
just
that it's
that
going to be
middling.
some
Yeah.
sort of like
I
at
enjoyed
least
it,
worthwhile. Oh, I thought
Like
it was
that's
funny enough.
it was stupid, but it's no
Oh, no, it was
smarter than Pineapple
it was
Express.
every bit as
You know?
good as any other Seth Rogen movie I've
Right.
seen.
Maybe a
It
little
was
better.
funny.
It'll go away, I think, is what we've decided.
I think it kind of has. I was
Kind of
surprised you
already
even
has.
wanted to talk about it now.
Now that
I was just like, still?
we've been 32 minutes
Still
later.
talking about that? Okay.
Let's get back to apples.
Let's talk about apples some more.
You read my mind.
Still marrying
Great.
Grace.
Well, then looking ahead then to 2015, I've actually been looking ahead to 2015 for a while now because the movies that are coming out this year are huge and
Yeah.
for everybody.
Yeah.
Like
There's a lot.
If you're into comic books, there's a whole bunch of comic book stuff. If you're into
Yeah.
Star Wars is coming back. We got Terminator, we got Jurassic World,
Yeah.
we got Mission Impossible, another James Bond movie.
Yeah.
There's also
Pitch Perfect 2, another Fantastic Furious movie.
It's
you want
every
some YA stuff? I got 3 big YA movies.
I got 3
coming out.
YA stuff.
3 YA stuff is coming down
Three
here.
YAs.
You
It's
into
like
some light
every
erotica? I got
sub-
50 Shades of Grey for you. What do you want? Like everything is coming out this year.
Yeah, every subgenre of blockbuster has at least like 2 to 3 options
Yeah.
in there, and it's finally
Sexy
nice.
zombies.
It's nice for
No sexy zombies.
Depends on how you feel about Pitch Perfect.
Found my niche.
it's nice for that it's finally 2015, which is the year that Age of Ultron is coming out, because we've been hearing about this movie for like 3 years. So it's nice that it's finally like the same year that the movie is finally.
And Star Wars doesn't even come out until goddamn Christmas. So.
Right.
Oh, shit, Mad Max comes out this year.
Yes.
And Mad Max.
And Mad Max.
Go!
Here's the thing: we've been hearing about Ultron way longer than we've been hearing about Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like,
That's my point. Like I remember like doing stuff on CineFix on it in like 2012.
You know, Ultron's been there forever. Star Wars, the anticipation factor was 11 to begin with. But then there's so many other, like,
Right.
We're-
There's a bunch of like big director movies, right? Like there's another Ron Howard movie, Within the Heart of the Sea, which is like a Moby Dick kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's Hateful Eight, which is a Tarantino movie. There's Trainwreck, which is an Apatow movie. I mean, it's the first time he's not directing
Wait, is that
something
what
he
it's called, or
wrote.
are you describing it all?
No, but it's the first time he's not directing something he wrote himself because it's Amy Schumer wrote it.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
And she's in it, but it's Apatow directing.
She plays a
Michael
train.
Mann has a new movie, Black Mass. Del Toro
Black
has
Hat.
Black
looks
Hat.
awful.
not Black Hat, Black
No,
Mass.
no. He and I both think Black Hat looks kind of
Hey,
good.
it's sweet.
It's Michael Mann.
I'm a little-
Yeah, but that's the point. Is like you either get absolute with Michael Mann,
Or
fucking
I'll
awesome.
flip that coin.
I'm a big. I know.
I'm a little
I know
bit
you
freaked
don't
out
love
that it's
him.
like a January release. That's my biggest
Yeah.
dubiousness.
Yeah, it comes out like next week, doesn't it?
Del Toro has Crimson Peak.
Yeah, I mean, did you see the stills that came out? There's a
Crimson Peak?
still of Hiddleston standing
Yeah.
in like the most gothic Del Toro-esque looking
Yeah.
room of all time. Like it looks
Well,
great.
that's actually Del Toro's.
That's actually
There's-
that was just when Hiddleston.
He was
That's
just
how
hanging
Hiddleston
out.
dressed
He was
up
just
too.
hanging out.
We were like,
Yeah,
I just
that's-
came over to the house to talk
that
about the movie.
wasn't actually that was an Instagram.
Yeah, that was a selfie.
There's some
There's-
like Disney-ish stuff.
Wait, there's more big director stuff. So Spielberg has St. James Place.
Oh,
with Tom Hanks, written by the Coen brothers.
Sequel to St.
Written
Elmo's
by the
Fire.
Coen
Written by the Coen brothers.
He's got a Cold War thing coming
Yeah.
out in November too.
David O.
Your
Russell.
Hanks.
David O. Russell has a new Jennifer Lawrence movie called Joy.
They need to stop it.
Brad Bird. Brad Bird's doing Tomorrowland, which should at least be
I'm really
interesting.
excited.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
And my personal favorite, Terrence Malick has Nine of Cups.
hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that does come out this
Then
year.
there's
Wait,
yeah,
he's
there's-
doing a movie about Anna Kendrick's song Cups?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
It'll be 3 hours and gorgeous.
Yeah, I
Oh,
actually.
and M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh yeah, hang on a second.
Whoa!
Okay, you know what?
Whoa!
You know I'm done. I was gonna.
Hey, no.
You're done.
Well, there was the twist. You thought he was finished, and he wasn't.
Back.
So aside from, I'm excited about Tomorrowland, or at least I'm excited to see another trailer for Tomorrowland.
Just to see what happens.
Another
that
trailer
taste.
just
I'm
to
just
see
curious.
if there's like a
Shrug
movie
Part
in that.
3.
But then there's also the Pixar's coming back
Yes.
with Inside Out. Home looks maybe potentially above average for DreamWorks. Not sure about the Good Dinosaur, but there's a lot of like.
But it'll be out there.
It's a prequel to The Good Wife.
Like that's the thing with animated movies.
It's like The
They're
Good Wife,
either
except it's the
super
cast from
schmaltzy or
Dinosaurs.
just like the best thing you've ever seen.
Did you guys ever watch the last episode of Dinosaurs?
I believe I did.
No. They all die. Oh, because of the comic.
That's right. Yeah, they all like look up into the air.
Cause the global cooling,
they
the
literally-
ice age. They caused the ice age, and they all died. The
very
last 10
special
minutes of that
episode.
episode is them explaining what death is to the little baby, and then like helping him like get through the depression of.
I know entirely about that.
So good.
So I'm sure.
Insane. They don't make TV like that anymore.
certainly don't.
And that's probably all right.
But you know how many royalties they had to pay to so many actors in that movie? Because there was a puppeteer, a voice, and a guy inside each one of those suits.
Wasn't
That's
it
a
Jim
lot of
Henson's
SAG
Creature Shop
royalty.
doing those
Yeah,
dinosaurs as
it
well?
wasn't Jim Henson.
Yeah. You know
I mean, they were
you know what
cool
I'm
looking.
excited for this year? Fantastic Four. Because
You were the only
Don't,
one.
you'll scare it away.
Because I'm.
You'll scare all the
Dude,
good away.
Chronicle was awesome.
It's
Yeah, it was.
Chronicle's great.
Right?
It's got every
Yeah.
opportunity to be pretty all right if we just stand back and let it.
Okay,
Just
maybe
wait-
Mark
just
should
wait
cut
for
that
it.
out then.
It's just-
Fantastic Four is like one of those kids that doesn't do well at school that just like needs to put his head down and keep focused
Yeah.
and not distracted, and it might get a scholarship and be able to go to college.
They've already hired Trank, and then they've gotten they've dated the sequel. Like there's already
Right.
a date for Fan 4 2 because they like what they're seeing apparently.
Yeah, I
And
remember the
she's-
last Fantastic Four too. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the same time, like, there's
Different time.
You could say that Marvel canceled Fantastic Four the comic book because they don't have the rights to it anymore and they don't want to give any more material
Free advertising to Fox.
for the movie to
Yeah, I
Fox.
can't say that.
But at the same time, it was an easy decision because the comic was bombing anyway. Because nobody gives a shit about the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, when I was like looking at new movies, because I knew we were doing this roundtable, I found this list on like Movie Line or some random website that was like most anticipated movies of 2015, and Fantastic Four was number 5. I was just like, it's in the top 5,
No.
which makes me think that Fox just owns this website now. I'm like, bullshit.
Which would be
I don't
amazing.
believe
Which
you.
would be amazing if they did on the website because,
That's some
because
stuff
they're
marketing.
like, you know what? Let's just keep it at 5. Let's not get greedy.
Let's not go nuts.
Right in the middle.
Wait, do you put it above or below Star Wars?
It's below Star Wars.
Star Wars is
But I think
It's
Star
gotta
Wars
be
was
number
like 3
one,
or
right?
4.
But
Number 3?
what?
What's number
Yeah.
1?
Age of Ultron, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how they legitimize
Star Wars.
See,
But,
all
like-
of these, I have better. There's
This is a very long list.
well, there's also.
Whenever we
Spectre.
do anything where we ask you
Yeah.
to list movie, you have the longest list of movies.
there's so
Because he
like
wants to
in
say
your-
it all.
No,
I wanna
he-
say
like,
all
You don't
the
ever
words.
talk about him. You just say names.
Yeah.
Inarritu has a new movie, and I'm really excited
Yeah,
about
that's
that.
really good.
It's with DiCaprio.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
I'm
I
probably
hope, it's, I hope
funny.
it's funny. You know what? I hope that movie is funny.
Straight out of
because-
Compton, I'm actually kind of excited about.
That kind of looks cool.
Did you see though all those super racist or super offensive, I guess would be the better way to say it, casting notices that they put out for that movie?
No.
That like described like the difference between like a hood rat and a hoochie,
Right.
like physically who they're looking for, and like it was really, really uncomfortable to
That
read.
is
I'm
unfortunate.
probably the only person in the world that is actually looking forward to Jupiter Ascending.
No, I want
Yeah.
It will be something to experience
Yeah.
with my eyes.
Yeah, the eyes will be just
At the
like,
very
there.
least, in the best case scenario, it'll be pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, like,
although-
Worst case,
And
it'll be cool to look
That's the
at.
thing, though, is
That
I
has-
love Cloud Atlas. I f***ing love that movie.
And all the air went out of his room.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand how people don't love that movie.
It's
Like,
fine.
I get that people get bored with it.
You're
'cause
going,
it's
you're
like
going to a strange
5 hours
place.
long.
I can't see
really
why
like
you
it.
don't like Cloud Atlas. I just
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Why aren't you watching the extended cut?
You
My
might not be the only
anticipation
person that
for,
loves Cloud Atlas, but I can imagine you're close to the only person that doesn't understand.
I don't get it.
My anticipation for Jupiter Ascending is again completely influenced by its release date situation, where it was like it was going to come out
Like,
last
it's
year in like
Yeah.
Well,
August, and now it's this March.
It's an enormous movie that's not part of a grander scheme.
Yeah.
So like you can, I can imagine effects not being
That-
quite right, so
Yeah.
they push
Also,
it.
that
Like, that's-
directly competing.
that type of movie, that type of scope, and the fact that it's
Yeah.
not a franchise, like
It could-
those can get juggled, and I don't think it says as much.
Oh, it could
as,
totally go either way.
Yeah.
I don't think that this is like, oh, remember when we tried to make City of Bones or Glass or whatever
City
that
of-
City
Big
of
Bones.
Bones.
Oh, the Mortal Instruments.
Yeah.
The Mortal
Yeah.
Instruments.
I
yeah.
don't think it's going to suffer from quite that level of, but but I
Cartoon
you know,
sound.
like but I have the same thing going with Black Hat, where it's like, this looks really cool, but dude, does its release date show a lack of faith in something potentially?
You know how there are trailers that can make a boring movie look exciting?
Yeah.
I feel like this is a trailer that's making a potentially exciting movie look boring.
Black Hat?
Yeah, no.
No.
But it doesn't.
Jupiter
But it makes it
Ascending-
look awesome.
You're still trying to sell us on Black Hat.
I don't know if I am or not. But
look,
honestly,
hacking
Nobody's
happening.
being thrown through windows. Like,
That's
the
true.
more glass that breaks in a trailer, the worse the movie is.
That's true.
I
That's
do.
a theory you've had for years, and it's not been proven wrong once.
Wow. This
Like,
is,
the more glass you
That's
see
a good
break in a
one.
trailer, the worse the movie is, because that's all they've got
Do
to
you know
work
how
with.
I
much-
always ran with the helicopters. The more helicopters you see in a trailer, the worse the movie is.
But that
That's all
Could
that
also
is.
be fair.
Yeah, that might.
I don't know.
But if you've
Just
got
wanna-
like a period piece and it's stained glass windows
Dynamite
breaking,
had
you know,
so many
it's
helicopters in that
timeless.
trailer.
There's
So many
almost
helicopters.
always been glass.
Well, I think the genesis of the theory came with the Terminator Salvation, and like
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a shitload of glass that breaks in that trailer.
Oh, there's a lot of skulls
Wow.
that break in that trailer.
It's true.
There were like 5 or 6 separate skulls that get smashed.
What I wish was coming out the same weekend, just because I want them to battle, is 50 Shades of Grey and Magic Mike XXL.
Yeah, I'm going to see both.
I wish they both came out the same
That'd be
weekend.
awesome.
That would have been a
Like,
bold move.
what do you want? Sexy
Wait,
S&M or gyrating?
One for the guys, one for the
Magic
girls,
Mike
right?
doesn't
Right?
come out Valentine's weekend?
I don't think
No,
so.
it comes out in March.
Yeah,
I
it comes
think.
out-
It comes out a little later.
So disappointing. I was gonna.
I think they purposely did not want those two to
It's
face
a
up.
spring break movie.
Speaking of delayed releases, Seventh Son is finally coming out.
Is
and
that- that's
I
a
don't
wizard
even
movie, right?
know. Yeah, I don't even know if that's supposed to be good or not. I just know it's been
It's Jeff Bridges is a
there
wizard,
for a while.
right?
Yeah, Jeff Bridges is some sort of.
Oh, much younger Jeff Bridges than he is now.
He's
He is
currently
now.
5 years older than when they made it.
I think I'm curious about Ex Machina.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I think
it's
it looks
the
great.
writer of 28 Days Later and Sunshine, but he's directing now.
Yeah.
It looks
Um,
great. Like
so-
visually, it looks.
Yeah.
I think, I love a lot of what Danny Boyle does, and I love his movies, but I think he kind of sucks at endings.
He can't seal the deal.
He can never
He
seal the
he
deal.
goes on the date and the date goes good, and then he like lets the movie go inside.
And then he
Yeah.
turns into an Event Horizon monster
he-
for no reason at all.
he's-
He like you say, hey, would you want to come in for a nightcap? And he goes, nah, I'm all right.
I'm not thirsty.
All right, I'm
trying to drink a little.
Sorry, sunshine.
I
I'm
thought
not
this was
thirsty.
going really well here. But so I'm curious to see if like it's as good as 28 Days Later. 28 Days Later is the exception. I think it ended strong, but
Well, in that that story sort of inherently didn't need an ending.
Right.
Per se.
Yes, they
Well,
it needed,
sequel.
it needed to be like, okay, we're alive and we don't know what's going to happen.
But if you
But
go
that's it.
if you go on like the DVD and you look at his animatics and the story for his original ending, he shot the boat there too.
Really?
Yeah. So I think Ex Machina might be like as good as Sunshine and 20 Days Later, but without shitting the bed at the very
Well, and
end.
it looks like one of those really cool sci-fi movies that's small.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a very small sci-fi movie, which I'm excited about. That's gonna be fun.
Well, I love any freestanding sci-fi movie just
Yeah.
because.
It looks like it's also the effects test for Ghost in the Shell.
It might be.
It looks like it's going
It'll
well.
be the better version, I guess.
It'll be some version.
There's Spectre and Mission Impossible 5 also on there.
Yeah, Spectre, I'm real excited about. Mission Impossible 5. I don't like Christopher McQuarrie doing that, especially because
Yeah.
Brad Bird's Mission Impossible 4 was just so much fun. It was a cartoon, and it was
Yeah, I did see
it was a
it.
blast.
I actually really love Ghost Protocol. I think it's great. I think it's a really fun, rompy action.
That to me is much closer to the spirit of Mission Impossible than
Yeah, it wasn't.
any of them have gotten. Actually.
But
Wasn't
Brad
it just a
Bird-
crazy caper show, like
Yeah.
concept, and then they're like, no, it's going to be serious, and Tom Cruise is going to serious all over the screen.
Tom Cruise is going to serious all over you.
Your face and your back all over.
Oh man.
Oh god, that's so great. I can't think of a better place to wrap this up than that.
Nobody's talked about Jurassic World at all.
Again,
Exactly.
Jurassic World.
Or Ambien.
Look, I'm really excited about
Or
Jurassic
Ambien.
World.
This is why it boggles my mind that Fantastic Four was number 5. Because I can think of like 10 things. I've forgotten 10 things that
I'm more
that
excited
deserve
about.
to
Right.
be
Exactly.
more anticipated. Hopefully, fingers crossed if we don't talk about it.
Chappie.
Chappie.
Oh, yeah.
Chappie better be funny.
Dan Worth's cinematic
Because it was
debut.
supposed to be funny when they
That
announced
trailer.
the movie, and the trailer is just so like
Oh yeah, the trailer.
chock full of
Sentiment
like,
is
yeah.
the word you're looking for.
Yes.
Chock full of sentiment.
Thank you. All right. Well,
One more.
Oh, he's got
I have
one more.
Because this is my favorite one. This is the one I'm most excited about.
Saving it for the end.
I love Noah Baumbach movies.
Oh.
It's my thing. He doesn't understand why you don't love
Okay.
Cloud Atlas.
Cloud Atlas,
fair.
and I don't understand why everyone doesn't love.
I don't understand
Noah
why
Baumbach
nobody
movies.
understands why he doesn't understand.
I don't understand
But
what you just said.
While We're Young is his new movie, and it's one of my
Super
top.
excited about it.
Super excited.
Okay. Cool. Anybody else? Last chance. What are we excited about? We've talked a lot about Mad Max on the
You're
channel
holding
already.
something.
You're holding.
No, I'm not. This is going to be another 10-minute conversation about Apple.
Well, let's get out of here before we talk about Apple's Ford.
I'll
Let
stick
us
around
know.
for that.
I'll stick around. Yeah, we'll do it on camera. Let us know what you guys are excited about coming up here in this action-packed 2015.
Did you say
So-
Apple Pack?
Apple Pact. 2015 year at the cinema.
We don't have flying cars like Black to the Future promised,
That's true.
but we have a lot of other stuff.
We
to
do
be
have a
excited
lot of
about.
other movies that will be coming out. Let's get out of here. You broke everything. Aren't you glad we're back?
I really
Like
want an
and
apple.
subscribe.
I'm gonna go
Whatever.
get an apple. I'm out of water. Click like and subscribe. Come back next time for more movie news. Cinefics Now. Let's go get some apples.
Let us know what your favorite kind of apple is in the comments.
Yeah, hopefully Mark doesn't cut all of
Question
the
of
apple
the week.
conversation out of it.
Oh, it's only the apple.
You have to. Nobody's gonna understand the other part of this outro.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, did they talk about something
It's
else?
gonna be me talking about
It's gonna be everything I said, and then the apple comes.
And then you're gonna like
and then just
shoot
me.